Hey guys, Wayne here from H2 Tech Videos. Today I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks on the new Moto E4. Now the first one, this is sort of a pre-tip. Whenever you get a phone, the first thing you should do, go to your settings and go to display. Keep going. I think we passed it. We sure did pass it. Display, and change your sleep to at least 2 minutes. That way your phone is not constantly turning on and off. To me, that is such an irritating thing. You're using your phone and you stop using it for a few seconds and it automatically turns off. So first tweak, always go ahead and just switch that to sleep to 2 minutes, and now your screen will not go off so often. Okay, our second little tweak is going to be in the adaptive brightness here. So this really does vary depending on the person, but I would encourage you to turn on your adaptive brightness, because what your phone is going to do is it's going to adjust the screen brightness according to how bright the room is. So if you're in a really bright room, it will turn the screen down. And if you're in a dark room, it'll turn the screen up. So it's constantly adjusting. If you go outside, if you're in the sun, it's also going to adjust for that as well. So that way you don't have to constantly adjust the brightness. So those are just two quick tweaks. We have 5 official ones. Those are just sort of like pre-tweaks. Let's jump into the fun ones, okay? So our first little tip, actual tip here, is going to be with our settings button. So this isn't just a normal app. We can actually, so if we tap on it, it does take you into the settings. But if you just hold down on it, it will take you to a couple of shortcuts. For example, battery, data usage, and Wi-Fi. So I can quickly get there just by holding down the settings button. If I tap battery, it's going to take me right to the battery section, and I can see exactly what apps are draining my battery, how long has it been since I was at full charge, and what exactly, is my battery doing. So just a nice little shortcut there just by holding down that settings button. You don't have to reach all the way up here. You just hold down and you can just jump right there. So I love that. It's our first little tip. Our second one is going to be how to do a screenshot. This phone is a bit tricky because normally a screenshot is done with power and volume down, depending on where your power and volume down buttons are. In this case, they both happen to be right next to each other. So actually, it's easier than you think. One hand is on volume down, or one finger, and one is on power. You got to hit them at the same time. That's why the thumb is a little tricky. So we're going to hold, and there's our screenshot. So if I go into this app here, again, thumb on volume down, one button on the power standby, 1000. You got to hit at the same time or it won't do it. And obviously it just prompted the volume. Let's try it again. There you go. So that's how we do a quick just screenshot. Kind of easy. I use that a lot, so I always like to show people how to do that. Someone sends you an email that's important or a text that you want to save. Fastest way for me is just go ahead and take a screenshot. Alright, our next little tip is going to be the auto battery saver mode, which is, a lot of phones come with this, but on this particular phone it doesn't come turned on, and it's something that you'll want to have turned on in the event your battery drops below a certain percentage. So if we hold down that settings button and go to battery, it'll take us right to the battery section. If you're having trouble doing that, just go ahead and just tap settings and go down to battery. And where it says battery saver, tap on here, and if you'll notice, it's turned off, and the turn off automatically is set to never. So we want to change that. Basically, or let's go ahead and let's tap it first. So if you tap it, these are your options. You can have battery saver mode automatically turn on when your phone hits 15% or 5%. I personally like 15% because sometimes your battery is dropping and you don't know it until your battery is already low. And so for me, like if it's at 15%, I want to know it. So hopefully it automatically will just kick on, and then it will help conserve my battery for later. So I definitely encourage you to do this. Set this to 15%. Just tap it and hit 15%. And now when your phone drops that low, it'll automatically switch to battery saver mode, thus helping you stretch your battery longer. Okay? Our next tip is a fun one. It's a feature that comes with any phone that is running Android 7.0 or higher, and it's basically a quick app switch. So let's say, for example, you are, I don't know, you're in your Gmail app, you're doing something, maybe you're looking through your emails, and you're also texting someone back and forth at the same time, okay? So normally you'd have to close that app and then go back to Gmail, or you'd have to hit this button and then tap messages. But now with Android 7.0, all you have to do is just tap your recent apps button twice. So watch this. By just hitting it twice, it'll automatically go to the last app you had open. And I could just quickly scroll back and forth between the two apps. Just makes things work a little bit quicker. Some of you guys might be playing a game and you're texting someone. You might be on Facebook or Instagram and you're just kind of hopping back and forth. This just allows you to do it just a little bit faster. Alright guys, and let's jump to our last tip. I know, so sad. We're almost done. It's okay. We got hidden features coming. Don't worry. You're going to go ahead and go to your camera app right here. This is kind of a small tweak, but to me it's important, and it's again a productivity thing. It'll allow you to use your phone just quicker. So if you take a picture, let's say, hey, I got a picture of that. I want to take a picture of this box here. Once you're done, all you have to do, if you want to see the picture, is swipe to your left, and it'll automatically jump right to your pictures. And the cool thing is you can begin to edit the picture right there. You don't have to basically switch to a different app. It'll do all the editing within the camera app. So I could go in here and I can crop this picture, do my little rotate thing. I can sort of do all that while staying in the same app. Save it. It's done. And then I can swipe back and get right back to the camera. So I thought that was kind of cool. I wanted to point that out. Just being able to jump back and forth from the camera to your gallery, sort of all in one motion without having to switch apps. And again, just being able to do all your editing quickly right after you take the picture and then jump right back to a new picture. So that's it, guys. These have been just the tips and tricks of the new Moto E4. Definitely stay tuned. We do have a hidden features video coming out, and we're going to show you a lot more cool stuff you can do with this phone that you may not have known you could do. Do me a favor, if you did learn something new in this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe so you know when we have new videos coming. We're always trying to cover the latest phones that come out. And if you have questions or comments, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care and have a good one.